Welcome back to Lingo. I decided today I'm going to look at level 2 again because it's been a little bit since I have looked at level 2. I'm just looking at this only because we had this thing that said stargazing at one point. And I don't know exactly what it meant, but we have not sort of skimmed this in a little bit. We still have these annoying sort of teal panels that seem to be like enter the word from some other place, like from level 1 or something. Got a bunch of these things that go a bunch of places. Now, Tristan had a suggestion about this puzzle, which was interesting, which was that Tristan thought, oh, hey, maybe these things are coordinates. So maybe the 3, 2 is something like row 3, column 2 is a T. Row 4, column 7 is an H. Row 1, column 2 is an E. Row 3, column 6 is an S. And row 1, column 7 is an E. So that would make that these. Okay, so Tristan is correct. I'm used to that in our relationship. Don't worry, it won't. It is not a big surprise. Okay, so row 5, column 7 is H. Row 3, column 5 is I. While row 1, column 4 is D. Yep, so this is hidden, probably. Row 1, column 2 is E. Row 4, column 1 is X. Row 5, column 2 is I. Exist. Row 3, column 2 is T. Exits. 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 My typing was very good. Row 2, column 4 is S. 4, column 2 is Q. Row 2, column 7 is L. S, Q, L, E, 4, 5. N. I may be running out of brain to keep track of this in my head without writing it down. Great Hall seems to have a room with a switch. That's a different game. So let me write this down. Okay, so this was row 2, column 4 was S. Row 5, column 2. Oh. It wasn't Q because it was row 5, column 2, and I looked at row 4, column 2. Row 2, column 7 is L. Is this silence? Silenced. Okay, row 3, column 2 is T. Row 3, column 4 is A. Row 4, column 5 is N. Row 3, column 5 is I. So this was S-A-N-I. No, this is T-A-N-I. Row 1, column 6 is G. Row 1, column 3 is H. Is this tonight? I just copied or remembered a letter wrong. Row 1, column 1 is R. Row 1, column 2 is E. Row 3, column 3 is A. Row 2, column 5 is P. Oh, it's R-E-A-P-P. This is reappear. Okay, and then we've got something. Row 4, column 5 is N. Row 1, column 4 is D. Row 1, column 7 is E. And then row 3, column 1 is R. So I bet that's going to be under. So maybe the smiley face is U. We'll see if the smiley face is always U. I don't know what it would mean if the smiley face was me, but we'll see. Row 5, column 5 is C. Row 3, column 3 was A. Row 1, column 1 was R. Row 1, column 2 is E. Row 2, column 1 is L. Row 1, column 2 was E again. Row 2, column 4 was S. Row 2, column 4 was S. Careless is the answer. Somehow I could not figure out from less than seeing every single letter in that, like seeing Careles, I was sure the word was wrong. But then it turned out, no, it was, in fact, was fine. Okay, so row 3, column 2 is T. Row 1, column 1, I'm pretty sure I remember is R something. Row 3, column 2 is T. Row 4, column 7 is H. And row 2, column 4 is S. It is. Okay, so this is truths. So smiley face is again U in that one. Okay, so I'm going to guess that this is U, row 2, column 3. I'm sure this is very captivating. N, 1, column 2 is E. Row 3, column 3 is A. Row 1, column 1 is R. It's unearthed. Let's see, can I look at that one while I look at the thing? Not really. Okay, so row 1, column 1 is R. Row 1, column 2 is E. Row 3, column 3 is A. Row 1, column 4 is D. Row 3, column 5 is I. Row 2, column 3 is N. It's got to be reading. Row 1, column 2 is E. Row 4, column 5 is N. I'm going to have to read all of these again because I feel like these are probably telling me a message beyond just the answers to the puzzles. Row 2, column 7 is L. Endless. Row 1, column 4 is D. Row 3, column 3 is A. Row 2, column 3 is N. Be danger. Answers. Okay, so we probably have to go back and look at... Okay, so these hidden exits, silenced tonight, reappear under careless truths, unearthed reading, endless danger. What? Answers. It was like, am I supposed to do like, oh, THE, if I take the first letters, STRUCT, URED. It's the first letter, is the structured. Okay. So maybe it didn't have anything to do other than make it so that those words spelled that out. Felt like that was incredibly long to be nothing other than an extra title. I don't really know if the titles get you anything, by the way. I have no idea, like, what does beating Lingo even mean? I do not know. This is one of the many things I have no idea about. Okay, I figured out somehow that one was sun, because I think I thought these were planets. Is this Earth? It is not. Ceres. Let's see, if this was a celestial body, it was 5 letters. Venus. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto. Okay, no idea. I have this one that's quartz. That I'm like, what am I supposed to do with quartz? So pink, I have written just to remind myself, not that I've completely forgotten, is an example of. So an example of quartz. I do not know what quartz is a type of. Maybe I have to read the Wikipedia page for quartz. Okay, so... And the quartz one shows up in both. And then there's more of these over here. Do those line up with... Those don't line up with these at all. Do they line up with the ones on the other side at all? Where it was clouds, light, order. Because they are actually in the same positions. So my theory about teal is that it's something about the same positions. So I think the clue has to do with the fact that these are clouds, light, order, and sunrise. I think I'm supposed to look at those and then do something with them to get these. I'm going to write those down real quick on a sheet of paper, just for my sanity. Clouds, light. Oh, and these are on a black background. So maybe I'm supposed to do something like that. Okay, so if those are on a black background and I were to take light, this would be dark. Okay. This would be like sunny. Clouds. How do you take the opposite of clouds? Also, this is in the middle, which you'd think would mean it would have something to do with the letters and not the meanings. I think this would be chaos. Okay. Clouds. So yeah, I think these are connected in some fashion. It really was clouds, right? I didn't make that up. I'm pretty sure it was really clouds. Let's go have a look. Yeah, it was really clouds. So somehow... Oh, it wasn't sunshine. It was sunrise. I see. So I bet it's just sunset. Over here. Okay. But this should, and I'm really bothered by the up-down bouncy nature of these teal screens. What is the opposite of clouds? It's not cloud, is it? Clear? Sky. Skies. Earth. Ground. Sort of clouds. Birds. I don't know what the opposite of clouds is. Okay, now this has the sound leap in it. This is like the opposite of pro, which would be like anti and then part of action. Like, I think this is going to be like anti-something action. Could be con instead, I think Tristan suggested. Con and then part of action. Connection makes sense, but anyway, I guess I can, in theory, say that we've got a moon and a cool here, and look at the teals over here. So we've got the moon there. So this should be like lame or something. It should be the opposite of cool. Which has the slight problem that I'm not sure that has an obvious opposite. Oh, but is even in the opposite? There's like a blue background here. But moon's opposite was somehow sun or whatever. Yeah, there's clearly still some stuff I don't understand in the world. Oh, this is cups. Okay, that was cans. Size, segways, fins, bottlenecks. I feel like I've barely looked at these, if these were open before. Okay, so this contains cups. Is it hiccups? It's not hiccups. Okay, the one is that it's cans. Size. It's the sound of size. Sizes? Sized? Let's see. This one is contained in segways. It's not going to just be ways. Gway. Segways. It's not any segs or anything. It's going to be eggs. There we go. Okay, this one contains fins. This one is contained in bottlenecks. I'm trying to decide if there's a theme. So, like, eggs, cans are, like, at least both kitchen items. It would help to get this one, which feels like it should be very gettable. But I'm trying to even... there's so many letters that even, like, being like, just take away some of them, I can't quite figure out what the common thing would be. Oh, we've got... Oh, no, we've got some orange and red stuff here. This is new. This has got to be high. It's not high. Oh, I said this is new, but maybe it's not new. Maybe I have been here before. Threefold was 3. like part of iron and then is this one? No. I just noticed one of these over here was a number, which is why I said, oh, maybe this is 1. Did I really do these? I don't remember doing these. If I figured out how on earth, please tell me if I figured out how to get from holy to slob or girl to trio. I really don't remember this at all. I remember the, like, X, Z, Y. Oh, maybe I do, actually. Maybe I do remember this, because I think these are, like, if you go the opposite way in the alphabet, I think this is what you get. So, just to note, I think what this is saying is if you take Z and Y, the last and second to last letter, then you get the first and second, which feels like a different kind of black. And oh, right. Okay, so yes. Okay, so now this is all coming back to me, because that's what this chart was for, was to make it so that I could easily sort of reverse things. That doesn't feel like it tells me what orange is, though, because that's sort of like a reverse thing about the order of the letters in the alphabet. Okay, there's a 1 and a 4 over there. Oh, there's a... Oh, no, there's not. It's like, it can't be the same thing, I don't think, because this would correspond to SV, which it does not. Does it correspond to high? It does not. So, like, if anything, what I get out of this is that orange is in some way related to the order of the letters. But that still doesn't really give me anything to go on. This does suggest that these are all numbers. Just because of the fact that there's a 1 and a 3 back there. Is this 4? 5. 5. I even know a connection between 5 and iron, although it's not a very useful one. I tried 1 there already, so I think it's probably not that they're all numbers. I just would really like to have any idea what's going on with orange, which is why I'm particularly inclined to think about this. Like the next nut in alphabetical order or something. I have no idea. What other 2-letter words have we used? I feel like we haven't used that many 2-letter words that it could even possibly be. Oh, right. That was the bottlenecks. There's that thing. Oh boy, this is a color choice for sure. Right, there was this whole color maze thing. I don't remember what was up with the color maze thing, if I figured out anything about the color maze thing, which I don't think I did, but I might have. If I did, it's gone for good now. Poor rich condition. Because this should be an example of a condition or a type of condition. Well, good. poor? What are other opposites of poor? Like poor performance would be, the opposite would be like good performance. It's got sort of a gold background. I don't know if I'm supposed to think about that at all. Oh yeah, there's the quartz room hell. Okay. This was high, this was low. Okay, here's all the math words. An example of an operator that contains the sound or and the letters act. Is this factoring? No, but it's not that implausible that it's something like that. Okay, this contains the letters rent. It is a margin and it contains the sound fur. Rent fur. Furrent. We're very close in here. This one just contains thesis. I know this is a word, but I have no idea what it means, and it's not right anyway. It's not synthetic or something like that. Oh, those two are looking at each other and are both race car. We got all the car stuff here. It seems like. Was this hidden? It was hidden. So that's like a reference to the first floor, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and so this is something about like a type of rooster. This is like a... But it's like a... So it's double pink. And pink usually means type of, but usually pink is in the middle. An upper pink should be something about the sound. Should be like a caw or something, but not that. Like the sound a rooster makes. Oh, it is caw. Okay, so this is like something like the sound a cat makes would be like meow, but then that's included in something. It's not like meowed, is it? Yeah, this does feel like contain the sound of a meow in something. But I don't know how to do that. Oh, there's a big green H. I don't think I've noticed the big green H before. In other news, I'm not a very observant letter. Okay, all of this is like A1. Okay, then we've got this big list of puzzles that we are in the midst of. Like something that contains the sound right. Something that contains the sound coarse. Uh, right. I guess that contains the letters, so I probably shouldn't do that. It should probably contain like an RITE or something, like Sprite. I had a good feeling about Sprite too. Uh, and then course. So somehow this has got to contain a course that's spelled differently than both of these. Uh, so it's probably a plural. It probably like ends in like cores. But it's got, is it like scores? That would have been good. Is there anything else other than scores that I could put in front of CORES? B, C, D. I don't know. See, the red one is not open. The yellow one is not open. The purple one is done. These aren't open. That one is done. And then this one is just crazy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, U, V, W, X, Y. So whatever this wants is not a letter. If I did that correctly. Weird. Okay, this is the month area where for some reason we could never find April. I was wondering the other day while thinking about this if I'm just supposed to like try and type April in places that I cannot see. Or let's see. Like April. Let's see. It really should be between these two. April. This is very weird. Because the other ones are all in order. Where did we hide the April? Did we put it up here? We did not. Okay. I have no idea. It's incredibly bizarre. Okay. Taffy, we figured out. Okay, so probably these are candies. I bet this is licorice. It is. Okay, so the opposite of poor. It's like 1,000 error or something. I don't remember. So is this a milk dud? Something that comes out of a cow, I think is how I should interpret this. Percentile. Something that means forge. Like bake? I don't think that's a candy. Hog plus tent. White milk dark. Okay, these are all chocolate. So lime green is like the opposite of pink. So lime green, we have not actually, or maybe I've seen lime green and I haven't sufficiently distinguished it from teal, but lime green is like thing this is an example of. Okay, so we're looking for very general kinds of candy. What other very general kinds of candy are there? There's caramel. Are any of these plausibly caramel? Oh, sorry, this is not that kind of poor. This is not the, sorry, I said rich, but this is not that kind of poor. This is the pour like you pour something into a glass. Okay, well, I should probably call it here, but we'll pick up next time and we'll try and figure out more candy. But thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back soon with more Lingo and more blueprints. So hopefully you're enjoying both, and I'll see you next time.